Hey crafters, this is Daphne with Dee Dee's Paperworks, and I have a quick video here. I did a card for Kristy Hawkins of EthnicGreenLiving, and this tutorial is for her actually. And she liked the card that I sent her, and she said, oh, it would be nice if you'd have done a tutorial. So here it is for you, Kristy, and it's really simple. Once you see how fast it comes together, you're going to be so amazed. It's very, very simple. Anyway, I used my Big Shot with it because I do have an embossing folder here that I use. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn this around, see if that'll work. A little bit better. And this is what does the background. Okay, it's an embossing folder. It's from Doris. And basically, if you don't know what it is, Kristy, it's just some plastic that has some raised, a raised surface and an indented surface, and it fits together. And you run it through your die cutting machine or your embossing machine, and it imprints the back of, or the paper, which I used as a background for your card. So here is what I'm going to use, and I've already glued blessed on here. And what I did is I glued that on first, and then I stuck that into my embossing folder so that it all meshed together and it looked like it came that way. So let me move this over here and let me put it on the right sandwich. Okay, that's going to go on number 2, platform number 2. This goes here. This goes on top. Let me turn it this way so you can see what's happening. This goes here. This is the first platform. Sorry, I said number 2. Then your plate, your first clear plate, then your embossing folder, and then your top plate, okay? Then you run that through. I'm on my dining room table because my craft area is a mess, so forgive me. You run that through, okay? When that's through, let me put this away because I don't need this anymore. Put this over here. Oh, that's my phone. Okay, so when I take it out, it's a little stuck. It's embossed with the paper. I don't know if you can see that. That's a little better. And in the back, it's embossed also. So then what I did is I got some distress ink and I just went over it, just slightly. Just like that. Let me get in frame. I just went over it like this, and that's how I got the indentations. Then I went over the sides, did the edging on the side. Okay, so it doesn't have to be really neat. You just have to go over it so it looks a little distressed. Okay, and that gives it a subtle look right there. And then for the flower, I took some paper, and this is like a bluish paper, but you'll see what I'm going to do. To make the leaves, I just kind of really roughly cut out some leaves, some shapes to look like leaves, and you can make these leaves any size you want. Okay, I'm sorry I was out of frame, but I'm cutting this so that I have a leaf. Okay. So I have my 2 leaves here, okay? Now, to make them more leafy, because here is the flower that I'm going to use, okay? And this flower was gifted to me. Actually, I won it in a challenge from Tina Kappa. I believe she's Crafty Bean now on YouTube. She made this flower and the flower that I put on yours, on your card, Kristy. So back to the leaves. I just kind of fold them in to give them a little bit of that veiny look. I just fold them and then just fold it up, kind of crease, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some ink over it, just like I did on this, okay? Just did that. This is really low tech, okay? So we can kind of just do those veins here. And this doesn't have to be perfect. It's not, you know, it's not a science. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to take some peeled paint and just kind of go over the leaf. Okay. Go over the veins. See how that looks? Like a vein, like a leaf. Okay, then I'm going to take, oh, I got the wrong one. I got the wrong ink. Oh, well, okay, let's just run it over. And this one, I'm just going over the, sorry, I'm just going over the edges. And this just looks a little leafy, okay? Just like that. You can have two different colors. Okay, so let's do that again with the other one. This time in frame. Okay, this I'm just going to fold so that it looks kind of like the veins of the leaf. Okay, that's the center. And then on the other sides, I'm just going to bend and put a crease in there because that's where you want the ink to catch. Okay, you want the ink to catch on those bends. Okay, and again, they don't have to be perfect. They just have to stick out. Okay, so let's take this crushed olive distress ink again and go over it. Okay, and that's what we have. Hopefully you can see that. That's what we have. Now we're going to take the mowed lawn and we're going to go over the edges. Okay, just go over the edges like that. And if it gets a little on there, you know what? That's fine. So that's what we look like now, okay? So I have my glue here. And I have three. Oh, I have two here. I don't know where the other one went. Okay, well, I'll do that. I'll look for it later. Okay, I had three. I know I'm not crazy. Okay. All right, well, let's do this first. What you want to do now is figure out how you want this flower to go on your card. Do you want it in the center? I had mine off to the side. I kind of like that look. Okay. So then I have to figure out where do I want my leaves. Do I want my leaves on this side? Do I want them together? Do I like that look? Do I want them... I don't want to cover up the blessed. Do I want them like that? How do I want them? Let me see. Let me work on this here on the bottom. And I think I might have them on this side. I think I might have them look like this. Okay. So then I just turn this over, pick up my leaves with it, and I put some glue down on the flower. Okay. Okay, how did I want that again? Gotta make sure that the veins are going the right way. Alright, so that is, this is gonna go first. It's gonna go down. And this is gonna go up. And let's see if we've got that right. Yep, got it right. Okay. So that's going to go like that. And this glue is a little messy. And it's stringy. Okay, so it's safe to say that my leaves are going this way. So I want my dots to go somewhere in there. So let's put a little bit of glue right here. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to glue this onto my card, okay? So this is an 8.5 by 11 cut in half at 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to use. So let's glue this down first. Put some ATG on it. And go in the middle, okay? Alright, so then let's, I've got to stand up because this is kind of far away. So that's what we have so far. This is on our card now. Okay? So you open it up. That's the inside. Okay? So now let's put, okay, we want our flower to go here. So let's put one gem here, one enamel dot there, one enamel dot there, and there's one enamel dot that's the elusive dot. I had all three on the table here, and as I was setting up my iPad, it went every which way. My tablecloth went every which way, and now I have misplaced it. So let's just work with these two here. And so I'm going to put one enamel dot right here. Okay. Just put it there. And these enamel dots were given to me by Heather Rice. She actually made them out of perler beads. And she had way too many, she said, so she gave me a handful. Thank you, Heather. And actually, Heather also gave me the die cuts that say blessed. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue this on now to the card. Okay. Let's clean this off. We can stick that on there. Put the cap back on. Okay. Turn this around. And we are going to stick this. We'll stick that off to the side. And Kristy, there's the card. See how simple it is? Very easy. It was easy because this flower was already made. This is just an embossing folder. That's a die cut. Slap some enamel and some ink on there and you have a card. So this one is going to go to a young girl who's going through chemo. She's 18 and Brielle is her name. I'll try to link the video to her. It's not a challenge. It's just to encourage her as she's going through chemo. And so I believe I'm going to send this to her because she's a Christian. And so it would be nice to know that somebody's wishing blessing on her during this time. So anyway, Kristy, I hope you like this. See how easy it is. Try it for yourself. Enjoy the goodies that you received. And I will see you ladies later and gentlemen. Bye-bye.